Here's some things that if you have to do in a relationship, you're probably dating the wrong person. And especially if you have to do these things early on, just save yourself the time and the trouble. The first thing is, if you find that you lie about the truth of what's going on in your relationship or about your partner to your friends and family, you are probably not dating the right person. And I totally agree with like being private in your life. I'm somebody who doesn't like telling everybody my business, but there's a difference between being private and not telling people the truth about what is actually going on in your relationship and with your partner, because you know that if you told them the truth, they probably wouldn't like your partner. The second thing is, if you stop doing the things that make you happy, or like hanging out with your friends, or doing the things that you did in your life that made you you before you started dating this person, right? So like we all know that friend that like starts dating somebody and then they fall off the grid and you never hear from them and they never have time for their friends and whatever it is. And I feel like a good test of a healthy relationship is that it allows you to also sustain and keep healthy friendships and relationships with your family at the same time. So if you feel like you're dating somebody and you don't even have the energy to keep up with your friends or your family, and you're kind of giving all of your energy to your relationship, and like you cancel plans with your friends, or like if your partner says that they can hang out, you will drop everything for them, I just feel like that's probably not a sign of a very sustainable, healthy relationship. And then the last thing is, and I know that this can vary for people because there's people that are sensitive and I'm somebody who's very sensitive, but something I've told myself is like, if I'm dating somebody and in the first 3 months of us dating, for whatever reason, they do something that makes me cry, and not a good cry, a bad cry, I know that they're probably not the right person for me. Because you have to remember that early on in dating, people are really putting their best foot forward, hopefully, right? So like you're hopefully getting the best part of somebody and they're trying to be good to you and show you the good side of them. So if already within the first couple of months, they've done things that have really hurt you to the point where you are upset and crying, I feel like they're probably not the right person for you. And just based on my own experience, the red flags that you overlook in the beginning are going to be the exact same things that cause you to leave in the end. Like I remember I dated this guy years ago, and in the first like month of us dating, he did a couple of things, or I was acting in a certain way that I knew wasn't normal or wasn't how I wanted to act. And we ended up dating, and it was the same reasons that he showed me in the first month that we ended up breaking up, because he was showing me exactly how he was and I just like wasn't listening and I wasn't looking at the signs. So I feel like keep an eye out for these types of behaviors in the beginning of dating, and it will kind of show you like whether or not it's probably the right relationship for you to be in.